Welcome to a deep dive into China's
All right.
grand plan
Okay.
for AI domination.
Right.
We're going to be looking at a really intriguing article from TATANKA.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
TATANKA is an organization that blends music,
Interesting.
mission,
Okay.
and technology.
Okay.
They've woven a personal story into their analysis of China's AI strategy,
Interesting.
which I think you'll find really engaging.
I bet.
Get this.
Yeah.
We're talking about 100 serious commitment.
Yeah.
What are they aiming for?
Well,
Well, let's find out.
China's goal is pretty straightforward.
Okay.
They want to be the world leader in AI by 2030,
Okay.
and they have a very specific plan to achieve it,
Uh-huh.
laid out in their New Generation Artificial Intelligence Development Plan,
Okay.
ADP for short.
ADP.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to need a little more explanation from us.
Matters. It's essentially China's roadmap for developing and implementing AI
Okay.
across all sectors of their economy and society.
Yeah.
Think healthcare, education,
Mm-hmm.
transportation, you name it.
So it's not just about building cool robots.
Right.
It's about weaving AI into the fabric of their entire nation.
Precisely.
Wow.
And it's all part of a larger initiative
Uh-huh.
called Made in China 2025.
Okay.
You see, China wants to move away from being the world's factory
Okay.
and become a global leader in high-tech innovation.
Uh-huh.
They want to control their own technological destiny.
Control is a good word because if you control the technology, you control a lot more, right?
Exactly.
I mean, think about how much we rely on technology from other countries.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
China's well aware of this,
Mm,
and they're determined to avoid that kind of dependency,
right.
especially as AI becomes increasingly crucial in fields like defense
Yeah,
and cybersecurity.
makes sense. So where are they focusing their efforts within AI? I know the article mentioned machine learning,
Mm.
natural language processing,
Yeah.
and robotics.
Yeah.
But is there anything more specific you can tell us? What
Right.
kind of projects are they pouring money into?
Take Baidu, for example.
Okay.
They're heavily invested in autonomous driving.
Okay.
In fact, they've already launched a fleet of robotaxis.
Robo-taxes.
Yes, in several Chinese cities.
That sounds straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then you have Tencent,
Okay.
who's making big strides in AI-powered healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
They've developed algorithms that can detect early signs of diseases
Okay.
like cancer
Uh-huh.
and diabetic retinopathy
Mm-hmm.
with incredible accuracy.
Wow. So they're really pushing the boundaries of
Yeah.
a wide range of applications.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a pattern here, though.
Okay.
It seems like the government is playing a big role in all of this.
You're right. The Chinese government is actively steering this AI revolution.
Uh-huh.
They're providing funding,
Okay.
setting national goals,
Uh-huh.
and even fostering partnerships
Uh-huh.
between private companies
Yeah.
and research institutions.
Yeah.
This level of centralized support
Mm.
is something we don't really see in other countries.
So they're essentially putting the full weight of the state
Right.
behind their AI ambitions.
Yeah.
That's a pretty significant advantage, isn't it?
It's a different approach.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine the U.S. government doing something similar?
That's for sure.
Yeah.
But it does allow China to move quickly and decisively,
Right.
which can be crucial in a field as fast-paced as AI.
It makes you wonder what kind of impact this will have on the global landscape.
Yeah.
If China pulls this off,
Right.
could they really become the dominant force in AI?
It's certainly a possibility.
Okay.
China has a few key advantages working in its favor.
Like what? Well, fill me in.
For starters, they have a massive population, which translates to a huge amount of data,
Right.
the fuel that powers AI algorithms.
Yeah.
And they have a rapidly growing digital economy,
Mm.
which provides a fertile ground for testing and deploying AI applications.
So they have the data,
Right.
the infrastructure,
Yeah.
and the government backing. That's a powerful combination.
Absolutely.
But surely there must be obstacles too.
Of course.
Yeah.
They face stiff competition from the US and Europe,
Right.
both of which have their own strengths in AI research and development.
Right. I mean, the U.S. still holds a lot of sway in the tech world.
Yeah.
And what about all the geopolitical tensions we've been hearing about?
Right.
Could trade wars and technology restrictions derail China's plans?
Those are definitely factors to consider.
Yeah.
The competition between the US and China is heating up,
Mm-hmm.
and AI has become a key battleground in this rivalry.
So it's not just about building the best algorithms. It's
Yeah.
about national pride. and global dominance.
Yeah.
This is getting intense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And to understand just how high the stakes are,
Okay.
let's shift our focus to the human side of this AI race.
Right.
The article introduces us to a fictional character
Yeah.
named Li Wei,
Okay.
a brilliant young AI researcher in China.
Okay.
His story really brings this whole competition to life.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more about Li Wei.
Yeah.
What's his story?
Li Wei is working on a project
Okay.
that aims to revolutionize healthcare
Uh-huh.
using AI.
Okay.
His goal is to develop a system
Mm-hmm.
that can diagnose diseases
Okay.
accurately and affordably,
Mm-hmm.
especially in underdeveloped regions
Okay.
where access to quality healthcare is limited.
So he's using AI for good.
Right.
It's kind of a stark contrast to all this talk about global competition.
It is.
Yeah, and technological dominance.
And that's what makes his story so compelling.
Yeah.
He's caught in the middle of this invisible battle
Okay.
between the U.S. and China for AI supremacy.
That must be an incredible amount of pressure.
Oh, yeah. Imagine trying to develop this groundbreaking technology
Yeah.
while knowing that the eyes of the world are on you,
Right.
watching your every move.
It's a fascinating dilemma. On one hand,
Yeah.
he's driven by this noble goal
Okay.
of improving healthcare for millions of people.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand,
Yeah.
he's acutely aware
Uh-huh.
that his work has huge geopolitical implications.
Right.
His success could tip the balance of power in the AI race.
It makes you think about the potential impact of this competition on
Yeah.
our own lives.
Right.
I mean, if China does become the leader in AI,
Mm-hmm.
how will that affect the technology we use every day?
Right.
Our phones,
Uh-huh.
our cars,
Yeah.
our healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
Will it all be shaped by Chinese innovation?
That's a question worth considering.
Yeah.
The technology we use
Mm-hmm.
is increasingly powered by AI,
Right.
and the country that controls the most advanced AI
Yeah.
will have a significant advantage.
So what happens to Li Wei?
Does he manage to pull off his ambitious project?
He does,
Does he?
despite all these challenges and pressures. In fact, he achieves remarkable success.
Uh-huh.
His AI prototype becomes a model for healthcare systems around the world.
So it works.
It does.
Wow.
Imagine
Yeah.
a system that can diagnose diseases with incredible accuracy,
Mm-hmm.
making quality healthcare accessible
Yeah.
to even the most remote communities.
That's amazing.
It's a game changer.
It's an incredible story of human ingenuity.
Yeah,
But I have a feeling the story doesn't end there.
you're absolutely right.
Was it?
Even as Li Wei's project gains global recognition,
Mm-hmm.
the rivalry between the U.S. and China continues to intensify.
Okay.
The article really drives home the point
Wow.
that AI is about more than just algorithms and data.
Okay.
It's about global power,
Uh-huh.
influence,
Yeah.
and control.
It almost sounds like a new kind of arms race.
It's a compelling analogy.
Yeah, only instead of stockpiling weapons, they're
Yeah.
stockpiling algorithms. Yeah.
And just like with any powerful technology,
Mm-hmm.
there are serious ethical considerations that need to be addressed.
Like what kind of ethical challenges come into play with AI?
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
AI systems are trained on massive data sets,
Right.
and those data sets
Yeah.
can reflect existing biases in society.
Wow.
If we're not careful,
Yeah.
we could end up with AI systems that perpetuate discrimination and inequality.
That's a scary thought.
It is.
So how do we ensure that AI is used responsibly and ethically?
Right.
Is that even possible in the midst of this intense global competition?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
Like Wei himself grapples with this dilemma.
Okay.
He's passionate about using AI for good,
Mhm.
but he also understands the potential for misuse.
So what's his solution?
Despite being caught in this tug of war
Yeah.
between the U.S. and China,
Mm-hmm.
Li Wei advocates for something pretty radical:
Okay.
international cooperation in AI development.
International cooperation
Yeah.
in this political climate.
I know.
That sounds like a tall order.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it raises a crucial question.
Okay.
Can we find a balance between competition and collaboration in AI?
Okay.
Can we harness its power for collective good
Yeah.
while acknowledging the realities of national interests
Mm-hmm.
and global power dynamics?
It's a tough question.
It is.
I mean, competition can drive innovation,
Right.
but it can also lead to reckless behavior.
Exactly.
And collaboration sounds great in theory,
Uh-huh.
but can you really get countries with different values and priorities
Yeah.
to agree on something as complex as AI ethics?
Those are valid points.
Yeah.
There are no easy answers here.
Right.
But one thing is clear.
Okay.
This conversation needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
We can't afford to ignore the ethical implications of AI.
So what does this all mean for us?
Right.
We're not AI researchers or government officials.
Right.
What role do we play in all of this?
It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the scale and complexity of AI.
Yeah.
But remember,
Oh.
this technology is ultimately shaped by human choices.
Okay.
We all have a responsibility to stay informed, engage in these conversations, and demand that AI is developed and used ethically.
It feels like we're at a crossroads.
Yes.
On one hand, we have this incredible technology
Right.
with the potential to solve some of the world's biggest problems. And on the other hand, we have this fierce competition
Right.
between nations, each vying for
Yeah.
control and dominance.
Yeah.
It's a bit unnerving, to be honest.
It is a complex landscape.
Yeah.
But Lin-Wei's story offers a glimmer of hope.
Okay.
It reminds us that amidst all the geopolitical maneuvering, there are individuals who are genuinely committed to using AI for good.
His call for international cooperation is inspiring,
Yeah.
but it also feels incredibly idealistic.
Right.
Do you really think it's possible to get countries to put aside their self-interests and work together on something as transformative as AI?
It's a challenging proposition, no doubt.
Yeah.
But consider this. The challenges posed by AI, such as bias,
Okay.
job displacement, and the potential for misuse,
Right.
transcend national borders.
Okay.
These are global issues that require global solutions.
So you're saying that the shared challenges of AI
Exactly.
might actually force countries to cooperate,
It could.
even if they're competing with each other on other fronts.
It's a possibility.
Wow.
Necessity is often the mother of invention. And in this case, the necessity for responsible AI development
Right.
might just pave the way for unprecedented collaboration.
I suppose it's too early to say how this will all play out.
Yeah.
We're still in the early stages of the AI revolution,
We are.
and the story is far from over.
Exactly. And that's what makes this whole topic so fascinating.
Yeah.
We're witnessing history in the making.
That's true.
The choices we make today will determine the trajectory of AI and its impact on our world for generations to come.
That's a lot to think about.
It is.
I have to admit, I'm feeling a mix of excitement and trepidation.
Huh.
AI has the potential to be both incredibly beneficial
Right.
and incredibly disruptive.
That's a healthy perspective.
Yeah.
Blind optimism can be just as dangerous as blind fear.
True.
What's important is that we stay informed, engage in these critical conversations,
Right.
and demand transparency and accountability
Yes.
from those who are developing and deploying AI systems.
This deep dive has definitely given me a lot to ponder.
Good.
I think the key takeaway for me is that AI is not just some abstract technological concept.
Yeah.
It's something that will touch every aspect of our lives,
Well.
from the way we work to the way we interact with the world around us.
Well said. And as with any powerful technology,
Yeah.
it comes with both immense opportunities
Mm-hmm.
and significant risks.
Right.
It's up to us to ensure that AI is used for good
Yeah.
and that its benefits are shared by all.
Well, that's a pretty profound note to end on.
I think so.
Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into China's AI ambitions.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a thought-provoking
Yes,
and, dare I say, enlightening conversation.
I agree.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
We hope this has sparked your curiosity and encouraged you to delve deeper into the world of AI.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep exploring and keep questioning.